Welcome back, everyone. After discussing the definition of accounting and the main accounting types, and after working through example to understand the accounting cycle from journal entries, general ledger, trial balance, and financial statements, we will now move on to more advanced topics, starting with error corrections. So, what's accounting error corrections? It's identifying and fixing mistakes that were made when a transaction were recorded, posted, or summarized in the accounting records, so the financial statements are accurate and reliable. These mistakes are not about intent at first, they are about accuracy. In accounting, error fall into two main categories. Unintentional error, these are honest mistakes. They happen without any intention to deceive or mislead users of financial statements. Most accounting errors we deal with in a daily work are unintentional. The second category is a fraud. A fraud is intentional. It involves deliberate manipulate accounting record to misrepresent financial results. A fraud is usually investigated by auditors and forensic accounting. Their job is not just to find mistakes, but to identify intentional misstatement, concealment, and manipulation. In this lesson, our main focus is unintentional errors, not a fraud. Unintentional accounting error usually happen because of math mistakes, for example, incorrect additions, subtractions, or totals. Misunderstanding accounting rules such as recording an asset as an expense. Data entry errors, typing the wrong amount or posting to the wrong account, and forgetting to record the transactions. A transaction happened, but it was never recorded. These are very common, especially when working manually or under time pressure. Common types of accounting error. First, error of omission. A transaction is completely missing. Example, a cash sale was never recorded. Effect, a trial balance still balances, so the error is not detected easily. Second one, error of commission. Correct amount, wrong account. Example, posting a customer payment to the wrong customer account. Effect, also trial balance balances, so the error is not detected easily. Third one, error of principal. Transaction recorded in the wrong type of accounts. Example, recording equipment purchase as an expenses instead of an asset. Effect, trial balance still balances, but financial statements are wrong. Fourth one, error of original entry. Wrong amount recorded in both debit and credit. Example, 540 expenses recorded as 450. Effect, trial balance still balances. Fifth one, error of reversal. Debit and credit side are swapped. Example, rent expense credited instead of debited. Effect, trial balance still balances, so it's also hard to be detected. Sixth one, error of duplicating. A transaction recorded more than once. Example, recording the same invoice twice. Effect, trial balance balances, but balances are overstated. Seventh and most important one, compensations errors. Two or more errors cancel each other out. Example, one accountant understate by 100, another overstate by 100. Effect, also trial balance still balances, so it's hard to be detected. Now that we understand what accounting error are, why they happen, and the common types of error, we are going to move to Excel. In Excel, we will work with a real example, see how error affects accounts, learn how correction entries fix those errors, and understanding how errors impact the trial balance and financial statements. Let's go now and make this practical. Next one, a payment of 1200 from customer A was posted to customer B account. This is error of commission. Why? The amount is correct, 1200,000. The type of account is correct, account receivable, but it was posted at the wrong customer account. This is mistaken posting, not in principal or amount. The account affected, subsidiary ledger, we will explain it and go through it in next lesson or in the future. But for the financial statement, there is no effect because the total account receivable is correct. So now, to correct it, the first way, we're gonna reverse this journal entry and we're gonna write it back again with the correction. The amount 1200, 1200, 1200, 1200. Or simply, we're gonna flip account receivable customer B, we're gonna put it in debit, so the net effect between credit and debit is 0, and the other net effect, cash increase, and account receivable customer A decrease. So here we're gonna bring customer B, and here we're gonna bring customer A. 1200, 1200. Now we correct this error. Rent expense of 900 was recorded as 600 in the ledger. This is error of original entry. Why? The wrong amount was recorded. The same wrong amount, 600 instead of 900, was posted to both debit and credit. The correct account was used, rent expenses, that's correct, but the different in amounts only. The accounts affected, rent expenses understated, and cash or account payable, here it's cash, overstated. The effect in financial statement, expenses understated, net income overstated, assets overstated, liability understated, equity overstated, and operation cash flow understated. So let's move and correct it. Six hundred, 900, 900. Or simply, in the short way, we're gonna bring it and we're gonna record only the difference of 300. In this, two journal entries, 600 plus 300, it fixes it to 900, and this one, after we flip it, it also become 900. As we now understand the principle of correction error, I post here what we're gonna write in journal entry to correct it. We're gonna just post numbers, talk about the error, and see why it's happened. So, sales of 4,250 on credit were recorded as 2,450. This is also error of original entry. Why? The wrong amount was recorded. The same wrong amount, 2,450 instead of 4,250, was recorded in both debit and credit. Correct account was used, account receivable and sales. Account affected, account receivable understated, and sales also understated. The effect on the financial statement: revenue understated, net income understated, assets and equity also understated. Don't confuse. In the future we're gonna go through, we're gonna do a lot of work, so we're gonna understand the overstated and the understated. So now let's correct this journal entry. Or here we're gonna only correct the difference between the accounts. So it should be 4,250. It recorded 2,450. The difference is 1,800. We bring here 1,800, here 1,800. The net effect, everything was corrected. Sales of 5,000 cash overstated by 500. It's the same as this one, error in journal entry in the original one, but the trick here, if you see, when the account receivable was debit, we put it debit also. Sales debit, here debit also. But in this case, we're gonna change it because it's overstated in sales. So to correct this account, 5,500, 5,500, 5,000, 5,000. And here we're gonna bring only the different, but we flip it because it's overstated. So cash 5,500 in debit. When we want to retrieve it to 5,000, we decrease it, we put it in credit. So the net effect, we correct this amount. The last one, credit advertising expenses of 700 was recorded as this. Internet bill 800, cash 800. This is two problems in one. First problem, wrong amount. Second problem, wrong payment methods. In this case, we can't use one journal entry to correct it because there's two errors, so the best way to make them together in the long way. The accounts that affected: advertising expenses overstated, cash understated, account payable understated. The effect on financial statement: cash understated, account payable is missing, equity understated, and operation cash flow overstated. So we correct it by reversing this and enter the correct amount, because here we eliminate internet bill and here we eliminate cash. So here 800, here 800, 700, 700, and in this we correct it. To make it more understandable, let's look at this T accounts, and we're gonna put the wrong entry and then we put what we corrected and see at the end the net effect. Purchase of 3,000 understated by 5,000. So cash balance should be 3,000 and purchase balance should be 3,000. What we do in purchase, we put debit 2,500 and in cash 2,500. As we say, it should be 3,000, 3,000. So to correct it, what we do, we flip or reverse the first journal entry, then we write down the correct journal entry. As you see, 3,000, 3,000 correct. In the other method, what we do, we only put the difference. We put purchase 500 and cash 500, so it's restored to the real or the correct journal entry. It was 2,500, now it's 3,000, the correct one. In this one, the cash and internet bill should be 0, advertising expenses and account payable should be 700. What is debit, debit, what's credit, credit. So what we do at the beginning, we put debit on internet bill 800 and cash 800. To correct it, we put debit 800 and internet bill 800, and then in the correction we put advertising expenses 700 and account payable 700. See also the net effect of this journal entry: 0 for internet bill, we shouldn't do it, and also for cash we shouldn't do it, and then we correct it at the end: advertising expense 700 and account payable 700, because it was on credits. In the next lesson, we're gonna go to more advanced topics. One of them, we're gonna show you how the real financial statement is. What we give you at the beginning, it was for the beginner, so we didn't make it complex so you can understand it. Then I'll show you how it's show in real life and go through it more and see what we're gonna learn in the future. So see you in the next lesson.